This is Patrick Jordan from Super Tutor, or as we say in the Boston area, Super Tutor. So here we have an algebraic equation. It's an equation because we have an equal sign, and we have these four terms on the left-hand side equal to these four terms on the right-hand side. This is an equation that is intimidating to lots of people, but I'm going to show you a way to solve this equation using hands-on manipulatives and show you how to solve it in a way that I think will make very clear sense to you. So much sense that even a 10-year-old could solve this. So here we have 4x, a positive 6, a negative x, a negative 3, equal to or balanced with a positive 9, a negative 3x, a negative 2, and a positive 5x. What I'm going to do next is remove this equation, since we've already translated it, because it might get a little confusing to have the equation here. Okay, now we have two sides of our balanced equation. So the next thing that you want to do is combine x's and negative x's on one side, combine positive and negative numbers on one side, and then do the same with the other side. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to slide over my numbers, and I'll push these a little closer together. So now we have our 4x and negative x, and then I'll do the same thing over here. I'll do my negative 3x, my positive 5x, my positive 9, and my negative 2. Okay, so now let's deal with our x's. We have positive 4x and one negative x. Well, it's logical that a positive x and a negative x are going to cancel one another, because you can think of the positive x as going in one direction, like the temperature goes up, and the negative x goes in another direction, like the temperature going down. So a positive x and a negative x cancel each other, so we can take that away. Now over here, we actually have 3 negative x's that can cancel with 3 positive x's. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my 3 negative x's and cancel them with 3 positive x's. They cancel one another or have a sum of 0. Now our equation's looking a lot simpler. Now, just like positive and negative x's cancel, positive and negative numbers cancel. So I could take this is positive 6 and a negative 3, or 6 minus 3. What is 6 minus 3? 3. This is a positive 9 and a negative 2, or 9 minus 2. So 9 minus 2, or 9 combined with a negative 2, leaves you with a positive 7. At this point, we've combined all of our x's on one side and all of our numbers on one side, and we've combined all of our x's and negative x's on the other side and all of our positive and negative numbers on the other side. So now, and you might be able to predict this, we have 3 x's on this side and 2 x's on this side. Well, it might make sense that 2 of these x's on one side of the balance would cancel out with 2 of these x's on the other side. Because if we have 2 weights weighing down on a scale on both sides, they would actually cancel each other out. So we can remove 2 x's from both sides. Now we're left with x combined with positive 3 equals 7. I'm going to change my positive 7 to positive 3 plus 4. Now you might be able to predict what I'm going to do. If we have one side balanced with another side, and we have a 3 on each side of the balance scale, we can take 3 away from both sides. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then we're left with x equals 4. Then what you can do is plug that value back into your equation and see if it works. So we figured out using the manipulatives that x equals 4. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to plug in a 4 for these x's and then see if one side balances the other. So let's just go from left to right. 4 times x, or 4 times 4, gives us 16. Plus 6 minus x, or minus 4, minus 3. So that's the left-hand side. So this is pretty simple math. 16 plus 6 is 22. 22 minus 4 is 18. 18 minus 3 is 15. So that whole left-hand side reduces to 15. Now let's try the right-hand side. 9 minus 3 times x, or 3 times 4, gives us 12, minus 2, plus 5 times x, or 5 times 4, is 20. Now this side might look a little bit funny, but I'm just going to rearrange the order. So I'm going to add my positive 20 and positive 9 to make 29. And then I'm going to subtract 12. 29 minus 12 is 17. And then 17 minus 2 is 15. So indeed, 15 equals 15. So the answer of x equals 4 is correct. So I just showed you a method of solving a complex algebraic equation with positive and negative x's and positive and negative numbers using manipulatives to hopefully give you a clear sense of how this works. I plugged in my answer of x equals 4 to make sure that the answer was correct. One of the great things about math is that you can often plug in your answer and know for sure that you got the answer correct. And that's exactly what we did. So thank you very much for watching. This is Patrick Jordan from Super Tutor, signing off.